Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie Ling, clinical psychologist, director, founder of the Center for Effective Living. Well, it is 6:30 in the morning. I've just left home, parked my car, and I wanted to touch base with the world. About 5 years ago, I had a big, hairy, audacious idea: a world without burnout. That is my mission. Well, at least within what I can see at the moment in terms of where I live and the work that I do, a world without burnout. Last night was pretty rough for me. I'm actually feeling the burn of doing the work in preventing burnout. It's only February, and boy, there's already been quite a lot of activity in various organizations and the individuals I work with to try to prevent burnout. I switched off my phone at about, I don't know, about 8 or 8:30, and just committed my evening to really just float up the top, have a bigger perspective to life than just the work that I do, and had a wonderful sleep and feeling absolutely refreshed. When I actually looked more closely at my diary this morning, I think my energy levels just went triple fold, because I realized I'm heading out the door at 6:30 in the morning for an 8 o'clock start. I don't finish till the late afternoon. 100% of my diary today is in burnout prevention work. I'm just amazed. 100%. And not only that, but well over half of them, they're not even burnt out. They're coming in for what I call a resiliency booster. They're actually coming in anti-prevention of burnout. We run what we call a resiliency screen and a development plan. And so individuals actually, families even, come in to talk to me about, particularly because they're pastoral carers or in industries where there's a high caring load and a high tendency for burnout. Who are they? They could be doctors, they could be teachers, they could be chaplains, they could be clergy, they could be humanitarian workers for NGOs. And over half of my diary today, amazing, are people who are actually starting or in the middle of their roles or transitioning, and said, I want to make sure that I don't burn out in the next chapter. I want to go the distance. And they're coming in actually in the middle of looking at their resiliency markers and coming up with a development plan to help them go the distance. Not only that, today's a good day. I've also got on my caseload people who have come in from agencies who they have actually worked overseas in humanitarian roles, and who in countries where the real wear and tear on their psychology is very, very high. The environment is unsafe. It's inherently full of traumatic risks, and the impact and the demands that workers like these have to actually remain resilient and afloat are very high. And I've got a couple of those on my load as well today, coming in for just standard debriefs, meaning that we recognize that because the environment and the work is inherently full of incredible stresses, just coming in for periodic debriefs to talk about critical incidences, to actually fully debrief those situations, pick up any trauma cues that might be lingering, and also check on their resiliency markers and to see what they need for the next chapter going in. So it's an incredible day for me today. When I started this message about 5 years ago, I almost gave up quite a few times. Almost every year at the beginning of the year, I'd say, oh my gosh, it's too hard. I don't think anybody really gets what I'm talking about. And really to be, I think, 5 years down the line, working consistently in this area and just feeling the incredible privilege of not just burnout treatment, but really very, very key is prevention. Actually knowing what those dynamic and static factors are for resiliency in the context that you're in. That's really, really important, is actually understanding the context. These days, I'm actually called upon to work at strategic level, either with an organization or to run workshops and seminars specifically for the context, where I'm able to actually do some research into the industry, into the context, and pick up on the burnout factors and pick up on research and literature for what actually keeps things resilient. So I shall leave you there because it's 6:38 now. I need to get on my way. I've got some little pit stops that I make along the way just to keep me afloat before my destination as well. So I'll leave you with that thought. A world without burnout, is it possible? And if you're in any one of those caring industries or industries or you're in a role where you're actually starting to feel the burn of burnout, don't wait. I've seen the benefits of doing this stuff upstream. I've seen the benefits of actually being proactive, and I've seen the benefits of actually being able to go the distance when you know what's actually your next little rock or pebble that's going to stumble you before even the big boulders come. Have a great day. Bye.